Hi, I'm Doccy B from the Ministry of Eco-Education. I'm going to give you a 5-minute review of a report that was issued on the 20th of January 2026 by the UK government. This strategic assessment explores how global biodiversity loss and the collapse of critical ecosystems could affect the UK's resilience, national security and prosperity. As teachers, we need to understand these findings because our students will inherit and navigate these challenges throughout their lives. Wildlife populations have crashed by 73% since 1970, and every critical ecosystem is now on a pathway to collapse. This isn't a distant environmental issue, it's a security threat that will affect the UK directly through food shortages, economic disruption, and geopolitical instability. Miles Richardson's biodiversity stripes can help children visualise the decline. The UK imports 40% of our food and cannot currently feed our population from domestic production alone, making us vulnerable to global ecosystem collapse. Our economy depends on £87 billion worth of ecosystem services annually, and our agricultural system relies heavily on imports from vulnerable regions, including soy for animal feed and fertiliser for crop production. Globally, several critical ecosystems are at a risk of collapse. 6 of these regions affect our national security. The report gives realistic possibility that coral reefs and boreal forests could start collapsing by 2030, with rainforests and mangroves following by 2050. Children entering primary school today will be just 30 years old in 2050. These aren't abstract future scenarios. They're the world our current students will live through as young adults. The ecosystems include the Amazon, which is already at 17% deforestation and may collapse when it reaches 20 to 25%, the Congo, the boreal forests, the Himalayas, Southeast Asian coral reefs and mangroves. These ecosystems regulate global climate, provide water for billions, and support food production systems that the UK depends on, and their collapse would lead to water insecurity, severely reduced crop yields, a global reduction in arable land, fisheries collapse, changes to global weather patterns, release of trapped carbon, exacerbating climate change, disease, and a loss of pharmaceutical resources. Ecosystem collapse creates a cascading security risks where one problem triggers others. Food insecurity drives migration, competition for resources leads to conflict, and biodiversity loss increases pandemic risk. The report cites how Russia's 2010 wheat export ban caused by extreme weather contributed to food price rises that helped spark the Arab Spring, showing how environmental shocks can destabilize entire regions. This report provides authentic, evidence-based content that connects across science, geography, citizenship, and economics, and could help give students real-world context for why their learning matters. It could help teaching critical thinking about complex systems, uncertainty, and evidence assessment, while emphasizing that solutions do exist and that we need to work collectively to make change happen. Nature is a foundation of national security. We can integrate these challenges into existing curriculum topics, using it to build scientific literacy, teach them how to read the actual government report, and balance discussion of the challenges with opportunities for looking at solutions such as ecosystem restoration. The report makes clear that countries investing in protection and resilient food systems will be best placed to adapt. So what can you do next? Well, the Ministry of Eco-Education has fantastic resources for early years to Key Stage 3 on food and nature, as well as energy and water and other aspects that this relates to. You could join the National Education Nature Park or take part in some of the Woodland Trust projects to improve local biodiversity or even grow food in school. You could also join the WWF, take part in their resources or the Royal Society resources to raise awareness of global biodiversity loss. There's plenty out there to do, and it really makes learning relevant and engaging when we understand that actually this is critical to the future of our young people in our classrooms. Anyway, thank you. Bye.